Hello, everyone. Mo Hagan here, and welcome to the holiday season. My gosh, this year has just flown by. You know what I love best about December? Not only because it's the holiday season and everyone's vibe is higher and happier, but I love this month because it creates the last impression for how you finish your year. My goal for all of you is to be able to look back on this crazy time of 2021 and feel really proud for the way that you finished the year off. Also, if you think ahead, begin with the end in mind, January 1, you can feel really proud of where you're at. Why? Because you're going to take this month to put a few strategies in place to ensure that you thrive through the holiday season, that you do not overindulge or underindulge in the good things. My philosophy really does align with that safety lesson that we, taught, or we are supposed to be listening to on the airplane. When you first get on the plane, what do they say in the safety tutorial is put your oxygen mask on first so that you can help others. Well, it's hard to help others if we're not able to help ourselves. So what does this mean? Self-care. Make every day a moment to think about your own self-care. Even on those days that you know are going to be a little out of your control, you're going to have to find that balance between work, personal self-care time, festive get-togethers, socials, parties, hangouts, the buzz and the anxiety that comes with the extra responsibilities and so forth. So how do you find that new balance or new equilibrium for this month? Well, put into practice some of these strategies, and not just some. I'm going to encourage you to do them all. Manage your day, manage your week, and even begin with the end in mind, manage your month. And what doesn't get managed doesn't happen. And yes, what doesn't get measured can't get managed. So a little bit of measuring goes a long way to ensure that you will maintain a good balance with your nutrition, your physical activity, and I'm going to add a third element, your mindset. So what I'd love to share with you is a 12-minute daily routine. Now, this 12 minutes can extend into 20 minutes, can extend into 30, 60, whatever it is that works for you to ensure that you can thrive through the holiday season doing this self-care routine. So the first thing, and I'm going to run up through the 12 minutes and then I'm going to demonstrate some of it for you. The first 2 minutes of this 12-minute routine is really about moving your body. Of course, that means exercise, but you don't have to do jumping jacks or even go to the gym or have equipment. Really, moving your body is with rebounding. Rebounding, think of it as on a rebounder. It's a bounce. So a rebound activity is really just an up and down or a light side to side or just a light, easy, without leaving the ground, pedal jog. That rebound gets that endocrine system, that lymphatic flow to get that feeling and increase your circulation. And you feel better immediately. Just in that 15 seconds I demonstrated, I actually feel this higher vibration. 2 minutes of rebounding is really good for all of the cells in your body. It helps all of your cells dance and everything that flows around the cells, all that lymphatic fluid to circulate. And that'll help you also move what you don't need out of your system through lymphatic drainage ports. So 2 minutes of rebounding. And then you're going to add to the 2 minutes of rebounding. And this is proven in the science. And I think back to when I first understood the power of the mind. And they said, you really need to move your mind to move your body, or move your mind to project yourself into that action, whatever that would be, your work, exercise, goals to achieve. But now we know through science is that if you move your body, it will move your mind. It will light up areas of your brain that will help you feel more energized, more confident, and more self-assured. And what am I talking about? Power posing. So I have 3 power poses that I integrate into my classes. My members don't even know what it's doing for their minds until after they experience the power poses. I embed them into my choreography of my classes. And whenever I'm walking into an important meeting or presenting or just wanting to show up as a better version of myself, especially on those not so magnificent days, I will stand in front of a mirror and power pose. And if you add to that a positive statement or affirmation out loud that begins with 2 words, I am, it's powerful. So this is the 2-minute routine. The first one is stand firmly, feet just wider than your hips so you feel grounded, hands on your hips. Now, does that not make you feel like a superhero, an avenger? This is the superhero pose. And if you say, I am a superhero, or I am Mighty Mo, fill in the blanks for yourself. The second power pose is what we do in the gym, right? We flex. This is I am strong. Say, I am strong. What I tend to do is stack them. Go back to the first pose. I am Mighty Mo. I am strong. And the last power pose is incredible. The letter V, it's a cheerleading move. I know that, I was a cheerleader. And it means victory. And what do people do when they run through the finish line of any race? What do? They put their hands up as they run through. And what do they feel? Like they're a winner. And the science even shows that those born without sight, when they experience moments of victory, they put their hands up in the air. So let's review. Victory. I am victorious. I can do it. I will succeed. Because I'm strong, I'm Mighty Mo. So those are 3 power poses, and you spend 2 minutes. Now, if you could stack exercise 1 with exercise 2, rebound for 2 minutes, followed by 2 minutes of power posing. You can do this virtually anywhere. I've done it on airplanes. I've done it in long lineups. Yeah. People think I'm a bit strange. Often they ask, what are you doing and why? And therefore, I can share this and pay it forward. 2 minutes of rebounding, 2 minutes of power posing. That in itself is a game changer for your life. This next 2 minutes is something that I encourage you to do either at the beginning of your day or at the end of the day, or both. And there's 2 ways you can practice this. This is the exercise of gratitude. Focusing on what you're happy for, what you're grateful for, what you love, what you're good at, just reflecting. So you can do this through either journaling, writing it down. At first you might find it difficult, but as you practice it over time, you'll be able to just fill a page every day with what you're grateful for. You can also do it through a gratitude meditation. So if you do meditation, focus on that as a gratitude focus. Exercise you're already doing, layer in the gratitude for this month. Bookend your days, fabulous. You can do a minute in the morning, a minute at night, or you can put 2 minutes together when it fits for you. When I'm having a not so magnificent day, I will take a moment, it might be later on in the day, to actually focus on what I'm grateful for. What I'm grateful for, what I was able to share, learn, experience. And I flip sometimes the stressful moments into what was the positive outcome. And that I really do derive from a gratitude practice. So 2 minutes of rebounding, 2 minutes of power posing, 2 minutes of gratitude. That's your halfway. Next, we get into the exercise portion. 2 minutes of invigorating aerobic activity. Now think about this. Can we all do 2 minutes of invigorating activity? I have a stairway right here. It could be just stepping up the stairs, 2 minutes. It could be jump rope. Could mean go out the door, do the same thing on your front porch if you've got some stairs. And 2 minutes of walking to the block and back. Honestly, I wish somebody told me that at the beginning of my career, because if I took 2 minutes every day just to walk outside and come back and get that dose of fresh air, sunshine, a different place. Oh my gosh, it's like a pill. I wish somebody prescribed to me, but it's not. You just go do it. So 2 minutes of invigorating aerobic activity. Of course, I love my jumping jacks. I love my superhero knee lift. All right, and then there's days where, you know what? Change things up. Grab a jump rope. Go for a power walk. Run on the spot. Run your stairs. Whatever is aerobic in nature. You like to dance? Dance like no one's watching, because guess what? They're probably not watching. 2 minutes. Now we know that 20 minutes is better, 30 minutes is more, but something is better than nothing. And if you are feeling a little bit anxious or stressed in the moment, just get up and do 2 minutes, and I guarantee you stress levels will go down, energy levels will go up. Now, if there was one move or one exercise or training practice that I would take with me to a deserted island, it was the only thing I could do. Yes, everything I just said, great, and you could take it with you, but strength train. Move your body against the force of gravity or your body weight. And if you want to add equipment, great. But here are 5 moves that are essential to maintain your strength. We may not be striving towards a greater fitness level, or maybe we are, but at the very least, strength train moves to maintain the strength gains that you've accomplished this year. And we can do that. You will not lose ground if you just focus on body weight training. The key is consistency and tension under a period of time. So in 2 minutes, here's what I invite you to do. 5 moves. These are my 5 essential moves. Squats, lunges, okay? A tricep dip or push-up, a lean and lift, so a hip hinge, and then we've got, let me review that with you. Let's count. Some days I need my fingers. Squats, lunges, okay? We've got our push-ups or our dips. We've got our plank for our core and our shoulder hip stability. And then we've got our lean and lift. Fabulous 5 moves. So of course, with our squats, you know what? If you don't have any extra weight, a weighted bar or a plate, then all you do is super slow it. Super slow, tension, drop, hold, and then rise just as slow. Incorporate your power pose, or you can drop, change the pace, or if you've got a lot of energy to burn, stress to get rid of, do them quick. Your lunge, obviously, split stance, same thing. This is your move. I love the reciprocal action because it's a brain gym exercise. There's your lunge. You can always add a variation, and I love that move. Why do I have a chair here, by the way? Because if you don't have time to get down on the ground, find the space to do that, just move your chair away from your desk, take a break, drop them, and give me 10 tricep dips. You can make that a push-up. It doesn't always have to be down on the ground. I love the incline for the change of pace. You can always hold your hover or your plank from an inclined position. Last but not least, the lean and lift. Now you can start off, balance, add the lift for the leg, one arm, or fly. There's your lean and lift. I love this move because it's functional to get down and to get up. And remember, getting down to the ground to get back up, it's pretty much required in life. So train towards that. Maintain your strength. Those fabulous 5 exercises are your strength moves. And they really are. When I'm crunched on time, I just do those. And here's a tip. If you're going to be active and do things throughout the day or not, 5 weekdays, 5 moves. 1 move each day of the week for 2 minutes. Get it in, check it off, right? And you've got your 5. What do you do on the weekend? Fit more physical activity in. Hopefully you have time. Let me think about that. Hopefully you have time. Make the time. Schedule ahead of time where your physical activity, where your formal exercise is going to be in each of the days of your week ahead. Plan the week ahead. Plan your nutrition ahead. Set aside your meals. Know when you are going to have higher risk days. On those high risk days, be really tight with your nutrition and your consumption prior to that social activity so you can go and enjoy and not feel guilt or remorseful for enjoying yourself. Here's a quick tip for nutrition that I shared it many, many years ago and I've put into practice myself. Now, I'm not one of those drinkers that double fists, but in this case, I'm going to say I do. One hand, a glass of fresh cold water. In the other hand, my glass of beverage of choice. And I love my red wine. But what I do make sure is that I start with a glass of water. And in between the first and the second glass, I'll have another glass of water. It cleanses the palate. It's ideal really for just filling you up, and then you're not just consuming an alcoholic beverage one after the other. If that's all you did, you'd cut your alcohol consumption in half. Do the math. Another tip, never go to a social or a party feeling hungry. I used to do that myself, I confess. I'm like, I'm gonna go to a party, so I'm not gonna eat all day, because that way at the end of the day, I'll manage my caloric consumption. Guess what, my friends? When you go to a party hungry, you will eat more. It's better to eat healthy throughout the day, go to the party not hungry, and the likelihood of over-consuming is very much managed. Right? So that's the really resistance training. Got off on a tangent, but it's an important one. And the best part, and maybe it's a reason why I got into nutrition right after strength, is when you maintain your lean muscle, you burn more calories at rest. When you consume calories, you find the balance if you've got a higher metabolism. So move your body through the cardio and the strength to manage your metabolism, manage your energy levels, manage your mood and mindset. And then the last 2 minutes, if you've done the math, is 2 minutes of flexibility, stretching, yoga, tai chi, but stretching, lengthening your body. I will choose one exercise to demonstrate, and this one is the victory stretch in a warrior lunge, grounded. Plant your feet, arms up, press your hips forward, grip those glorious glutes, eyes up, chin up, heart lifted. There's your letter V, right? And of course, every time you succeed, it's important. Take a bow. There's your hamstring stretch. Of course, always wrinkling out tension in the spine with a spinal roll. You can incorporate your I am strong power pose in a lateral stretch here. And of course, one hand on your hip, or support yourself for balance, your quad stretch. Those are your essential stretches, and I did that in 20 seconds. Use your breath just to enjoy extending your stretch with an exhalation. When you breathe in, find and feel the strength. You don't have to find your balance. You have the balance. But find within yourself how that stretch feels, because the more you feel it and the more you understand the goodness, just like understanding over time the goodness that comes from having a gratitude practice, the more that you will do it. And here's a really interesting tip. The research shows that having a healthy gratitude practice over time brings more happiness than winning the lottery. How's that for a fact? Incredible. So really, isn't it all about having happiness, not just through the holiday season, but the next, setting yourself up for success to be happier going into the new year ahead? I love waking up on January 1, having taken control of my month so that I approach the new year, not having to make up, catch up, but rather be ready, be excited for the new year ahead. And I really encourage you that you plan ahead and you write down in the present tense as if it's already happened, how you choose to show up on January 1. It is January 1, 2022, and I, Mo Hagan, fill in the blanks with the rest. It's a powerful exercise. I encourage you to do it. as soon as you watch this and as soon as you get started in your thriving exercise plan for the holiday season ahead. And really take the opportunity to put on your own oxygen mask. That way you'll be able to serve the world, better version of yourself. Enjoy the moments. Now to close, I just want to share with you a couple of my favorite tips for managing the holiday get together with family or friends that may be that most crucial day of the holiday season, and how do you manage that? I remember the years very fondly where our family get-togethers had physical activity structured into the day itself. Not before the company arrived, but when the company arrived. So a couple of my favorites are as follows. Number one, I remember my mother used to always say, Mo, go for a run, because then we'll all have a Merry Christmas. I think she was trying to tell me something. But what she really meant was, Mo, go have the time to do your physical activity to get that energy out so that I could come home, and then she would, trade off. I'll give you time, Mo, on this busy day, go for a run, come back in an hour, and then set the table. She also knew, and she never told me this, but she knew that Mighty Mo, high energy girl, could sit and feel present with family and friends and not feel like I had to just move. So it was a great way for my mother to help me learn how to manage my high energy level. I chuckle because I remember the days that I'd go for a run and I came back and it was definitely a game changer, and I always felt happier. Number two, planning an activity with your family. And on the years that our family went for a walk after Christmas dinner, or we went for a skate, that was so much fun. There was so many stories and giggles, and it got us outdoors. And I really had some important bonding moments with members of my family while walking. And lastly, I can't think of my Christmas day, that day of the year where we all get together, without a really good Twister tournament. Twister, the game of Twister, I played it almost every year. It was with, obviously, my siblings, then my cousins. And after that, it was with my friends at holiday parties, because a game of Twister was always fun. And now I look forward to doing it with my grandchildren. And yeah, Mo, Aunt Mo, Grand Mo likes to win. And boy, I like giving all of my competitors an opportunity to stretch themselves and play the game. But it is kind of fun to beat your nieces and nephews when they're toddlers and you're like 30-something. So for me, I'll be playing Twister in my 60th year of life with my grandkids, Malcolm and Miles, this Christmas. And I can't wait. Have those physical activity times built in to your get-togethers. It's so much fun. You'll feel great for it. And you know what? It's a great example to set. Leading by example, of course, how you can build regular physical activity, healthy eating strategies, not only into your own life, but to share that and to create impact in the lives of friends and family. So from my household to your household, from me to you, I wish you the happiest, healthiest holiday season ahead. Make the move to approach 2022 as even a better version of the amazing you. Thank you so much. All the best to you. Bye for now.